All right, guys. As exciting as last game was, this game for the Utah Jazz was about as opposite of that as it could be. The Jazz lose big time. Luka Doncic was incredible. Let's talk about it. It's the Hoops Nerd postgame show. All right, let's talk about the Dallas Mavericks. Last video, I lost my mind. Everyone who watched it saw that. Now I'm filled with utter sadness and despair. But it's because this Dallas Mavericks team is so good. Let's just pull this up. Let's shrink my fat head, and let's look at just like what Luka Doncic did to the Utah Jazz. I mean, honestly, right here. 11 for 22, 50, 30. I mean, he didn't shoot the ball from three all that great, but he had 13 rebounds, 5 assists. I mean, he just was really, really good. Plus 32. Plus 32. That's insane. I'm just curious man, Donovan was a minus 38. Bojan Bogdanovic a minus 37. I mean, he just absolutely obliterated the Jazz. Just no way around it. Woo! But Luka Doncic is great, and if you had any question, he is fantastic. And right now, it's looking like the Dallas Mavericks are in the driver's seat and have a chance to go up against possibly the New Orleans Pelicans if they beat the Phoenix Suns, and that's looking like a real possibility. I guess at this point, I convert to a New Orleans Pelicans fan. When the season ends, I'm going to need a few days of just kind of recuperation, and then we'll start doing more Jazz stuff. I might do some Jazz prospect videos and things like that. We've got to keep this channel going. But anyway, season's not over yet, right? It's not over yet. It sure feels like it. Anyways, this Dallas Mavericks team is they're a really good team. They're really well coached. They have a superstar in Luka Doncic, who is like top 10, top 5 level player. You know, you can debate that however you want, but either way, he is a great, great player. And you know, I don't know. This is like what happens when you build your team around your best player's strengths and do everything you do with your team building to enhance your best player's strengths. And when you just look at this team, you have Dorian Finney-Smith, who I don't believe he's I got to look because I don't believe for the season he's actually that good of a. I could be wrong. Let's just double check to be sure. 3-point percentage. Looks like he's actually good. So what this team does, Finney-Smith is a good defender. Reggie Bullock is a stout, solid defender. Good 3-point shooter. Dwight Powell is a good offensive rolling center. Jalen Brunson, we know what he can do against this Jazz team. Everything's geared around what he does. So you have shooters around Luka Doncic that are good wing defenders. Dwight Powell, Dallas fans, let me know how good of a defender he is. But he's pretty solid. I don't know if he's great, but I would say he's at the very least, he's a very good offensive center. Defensively, I don't know, and that's probably why he's only playing 20 minutes and they bring in. I was wrong. Apparently, according to Dallas fans, Maxi Kleber's a really good defender, and I think they're right, because I think one thing that I was wrong about a few games ago is when I was talking about the Jazz scoring on Kleber. It was really because Bertans was playing center. He's terrible. I don't know why. They got Dinwiddie, who does some nice things for them off the bench. Really, the role that Brunson and Dinwiddie do is they play as that off-ball guard that allows Luka Doncic to, if he's being doubled, then you can get it to Brunson or Dinwiddie, and they can make a play by getting it to one of your shooting bigs or a rolling Dwight Powell to the rim, right? Maxi Kleber's a 3-point shooter, so you've just always got shooters that create space so Luka Doncic can do work, and he powers his way to the rim, does his little mid-range pull step back that he's so good with, or he just overpowers for like a little baby hook or things like that. And then if it's just like double teams, then you just give it to Jalen Brunson or Spencer Dinwiddie, and they either go to the rim and shoot or create for others. And it's just an example of a team that has built around the strengths of their best player and given him what he needs. The Utah Jazz have not done that. In reality, the Utah Jazz built their team around the strengths of Rudy Gobert, which is fine. That's what they chose to do. But It's not great for Donovan Mitchell. I mean, he still has to kind of live within the Jazz system that is like the same system they've had for 8 years, with few tweaks here and there every season. But it's the same thing, and the personnel around Donovan don't enhance what he does. They just kind of, I guess we'll talk about it in a second. But anyways, this Dallas Mavericks team is really good, and they're likely going to win this series. I do think the Jazz still have a good chance to win Game 6, but I just don't know if the Jazz can beat them in Dallas at this point because Luka's playing incredible. He looks like he's completely healthy, and we shall see. I'm hoping for it. I hope so. I like doing these videos. I don't want it to be done, but we shall see. All right, the Utah Jazz. I guess I mentioned it. Well, I don't want to like end that point without mentioning. Oh my gosh, look at this. Bogey didn't make a single field goal tonight. Like, not a single field goal. Not a single one. And guess who gets clowned on Twitter? Donovan Mitchell. 4 is better than 0, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, let's just talk about that point, and then let's talk about whatever this is. The Jazz just haven't really built around Donovan Mitchell and given him what he needs. With Luka Doncic, they brought in shooters and good defending wings around him. And one of the things, so Haralabos Voulgaris, he was one of the guys that was working in the Mavericks front office, and he recently left with all that kind of drama that was going on. It's kind of crazy, but I do like listening to Haralabos, and I like what his philosophies on things. I think he's always like pretty spot on. I really like him. One of the things he talks about, and it's really true, like one of the most important commodities, easily one of the most important commodities in this league, is a good wing defender. Having an elite good wing defender is the hardest thing to find in this league. If you can find a guy that can defend the wing, I mean, look at Herb Jones on the New Orleans Pelicans. That guy's turning into a superstar. Why? Because he's looking like the best wing defender in the NBA right now. He looks unreal. Herb Jones is looking absolutely dynamite. Unbelievable. And on your screen right now. Let's see. What am I doing? But anyways, this Mavericks team is filled with a bunch of these guys, and the thing that's crazy is they've filled them with like wing defenders that shoot. You know what I mean? I mean, Reggie Bullock is a guy that's gone from multiple different teams, but he's always been a good player. This is a guy I wanted the Jazz to go get. I loved Bullock. I have the receipts. I wanted this guy. He's very gettable, Reggie Bullock. Really good player. Just destroying the Jazz in this series. Dorian Finney-Smith, this is a guy, I don't know the full story with the Mavericks. I don't cover the Mavericks, but this is a guy that has been with them for, well, let's see. Let's go look. He's one of those guys they've developed, and let's just be sure, though. Oh, my gosh. Come on. What is going on? Dorian Finney-Smith. Can we... Okay, thank you. That was really weird. Yeah, look at this. All the years with Dallas, they've just developed him and turned him into what he is. Dwight Powell. Let's see. Oh, new window. Crap. But look, he's been with Dallas his entire career. Look at that. Oh, I guess, well, he started in these and they somehow got him. Well, they must have traded for him from Boston. But they've developed him. Been with them his whole career. Jalen Brunson. I don't know. This Dallas Mavericks front office has actually done better than I thought. All those years with, I mean, they've just like drafted these guys and they've turned them into good defenders, good players. They keep the good players. They move on from the others. Josh Green. This is a guy I really liked in the draft because he has a potential to be a big, long wing defensive player. I was actually bummed. He went like 18 and the Jazz were at 23 and it really bummed me out. That was actually that was in the Desmond Bane draft. I was like surprised that Desmond Bane fell past 15. Josh Green went like 18. And then Bane was there for the Jazz, and they didn't. I mean, that was the draft. The Jazz got fleeced by the freaking New York Knicks. Remember, they traded their pick to the Knicks to trade back, and then the Knicks used their exact same pick to actually move up. Oh, we got fleeced by the Knicks. That's how bad things have been. That's how bad things have been for the Utah Jazz. DWCB, I love me some Herb Jones all the time. All the time, I love me some Herb Jones. Herb is great. I know what you're doing. By the way, he went in the second round last year. Jazz could have drafted him. All right. Anyways, but guess what? The thing is, the thing that gives me like some sort of weird solace is that, you know, we could have drafted Desmond Bane last year. He wouldn't have played. You know, Tony Jones was telling me on Twitter that he wouldn't play because who's he going to play? Who's he better than? Woo, boy. And then this year, we see Herb Jones on the Pelicans absolutely turning into arguably like, I mean, that guy's going to win Defensive Player of the Year at least once or twice. That guy is unreal. He's unreal. And he wouldn't have played for the Jazz because he can't shoot 40% from three. Like we talked about, Quinn does not care about defense, like at all. At all. And that's why this is the roster we have. I mean, because, you know, we've got to play Mike Conley. Why is it important to play Mike Conley? So he can come out and shoot 1 for 6 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3 for 4 points. That's why. That's why Desmond Bane wouldn't play. Right? Anyways, this is like the craziest stat of the night is that Bojan didn't hit a single field goal. That's crazy. He had 2 points. Wow. 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 That's wild. I might end the show there. I don't know what to say. Royce O'Neale has really struggled to defend in this series, and that makes this make a little more sense. Rudy Gobert actually had a pretty solid game defensively. 6 for 7 from the field. I thought he made some boneheaded plays in this one. But 17 points for Rudy. He was a -8. Donovan Mitchell is going to get all the flack in the world. 4 for 15 from the field. But I'll be honest, I felt like Donovan was, and he couldn't hit a 3. No one on the team could hit a 3. The Jazz broke a record this game, 3 for 30 from 3. That is the worst playoff shooting performance from 3 in NBA history. We all watched history tonight. It's crazy. That is the worst 3-point shooting performance in NBA history tonight. Hey, the Jazz got in the record books tonight. Can't say they didn't get in the record books. That's what they did, just in the wrong way. But anyways, so Donovan couldn't hit a 3, and this is one thing we talked about too. Like, I know, like, everyone who watches this channel knows that I tend to lean more like pro Donovan than I think maybe the average Jazz fan does. Feels like Jazz fans kind of fall into camps. There's like the Rudy Gobert camps, the Donovan Mitchell camps, maybe the Quinn Snyder camps, which is weird. If anyone's stuck in a Quinn Snyder camp, let me tell you, get out of that camp. Get out of that camp. Someone's throwing baloney in the woods, and there's bears come in that are going to eat you in your tent. Do not stay in that camp. Someone's throwing baloney in the woods. Get out. Get out. Get out. Come at least join a Rudy camp or a Donovan camp, all right? Everything's on fire. The hot dogs are burnt. Someone forgot the marshmallows. But hey, at least someone's not throwing baloney in the woods, okay? It could be worse. It could be worse. Anyways, where were we getting at? I felt like the thing that I liked from this game from the Jazz is I felt like the defensive intensity in the first half was really good. I actually felt like it was the best defensive intensity I think I've seen from this Jazz team all year, honestly. If anyone says otherwise watching that first half, I would question your vision. Like, you might need a pair of these because the intensity was there. The Jazz just shot 3 for 30 from 3. And after like 2.5, 3 quarters of going 3 for 30 from 3, and the other team is hitting their shots, I just don't know how you expect the intensity to stay there. At a certain point, it's just ridiculous. And when you're down 28 and the shots are just not falling. And it feels like those. I mean, I honestly at one point, and we're going to just say our thoughts. We speak the truth on this channel. We speak our minds. We allow ourselves to face reality on this channel. I know a lot of people struggle with reality, but I like literally thought at one point, like, did they like tighten the screws on the rim? Like, I honestly, it was so bad. You know, like when you're at the basketball court at your kid's elementary school and they've got those rims that are just like bolted to the backboard, and it's just like you hit that rim and it bounces off hard. Like, that's honestly what it felt like tonight. It was so bad, I started to wonder. I don't know. Wouldn't put it past Cuban. That's right. I said it. I said it. I said it. I thought that thought. Anyways, we can give credit, though, to Jordan Clarkson. He's been fantastic this series. He's been like one of the lone bright spots. 9 for 15 from the field, 60%. He couldn't hit the 3 tonight, but he was really solid. 20 points. Sorry, it's been a few days without a yawn. I finally did it. Maybe I do this on losses, but anyways, I thought the defensive effort was good, and I thought Mitchell was really trying to set people up. People were just missing shots. Like, here, watch this. Let's watch these 3 attempts from Bojan. And I bet you, I mean, I could be wrong. Look who sets him up. I mean, who set him up? That's a good setup from Donovan Mitchell. That's a driving kick. Okay. Next shot. Yeah, next shot here. Oh, look. Oh, look who it is. Donovan Mitchell sets him up. Boom. Is that Donovan Mitchell's fault? I feel like he's doing pretty good there when he does that. All right, another play here. Oh, look who has the ball. Sets up Bojan Bogdanovic. Good setup. But who's going to get roasted on Twitter tonight? Who's going to get roasted? Who's going to get... Oh, we didn't watch this one. Okay, that was from Rudy. Good pass by Rudy. Good job, Rudy. Bojan just couldn't hit a shot tonight, literally. He was 0 for 9. Oh, 4 of these 5 misses set up by Donovan Mitchell. That's a great shot. That's a great setup by Donovan Mitchell, by the way. I don't want to hear any Donovan Mitchell slander. I really don't. I really don't. I just have had enough. I honestly. And yeah, could he shoot better? For sure. But I would posit to the court. I would present to the court of the Hoops Nerd channel, the Hoops Nerd court. I swear myself in as a lawyer. Is that what they do? They swear themselves in? I would say to the court, for your judgment, when Mike Conley comes out and shoots a percentage that's the equivalent of hot dog water, it allows the defense to guard Donovan Mitchell even more. And perhaps that is what made it more difficult to hit shots. I would just say, when you pass the ball to Bojan Bogdanovic on the perimeter, and 4 of these 5s were great setups by Donovan, and he misses all of them, I would say that other teams are more willing to focus on you, and it makes it more difficult for you to make a shot. I would just present that to the court. That is what I would say if I was a lawyer in the Jazz court of opinion. This is what I would present to you. All right? That's what I would say. Should we go watch Royce's misses? Let's see who was setting him up. Oh, this is Mike, so let's give Mike a little credit. Boom, missed by Mike. So that's interesting. We're gonna get unmonetized. Insult to injury. Who was this? Oh, that was Bojan set him up. So nice shot by Bojan. Here we go. Conley to Mitchell. Oh, look, another missed assist for Mitchell. Boom! So that's 5 assists Mitchell didn't get because teammates didn't make it. All right, let's see here. Oh, look, Mitchell. That's another missed assist. Good setup by Mitchell. Doesn't get the assist. Finally, Mike Conley. So Mike Conley missed on, it looks like 2 to 3 assists. Boom. Boom. So just by our count, Donovan Mitchell missed out on 7 assists because Bojan Bogdanovic and Royce O'Neale could not hit wide open threes. So please, Jazz fans, please all of you, the next time you tweet something on your keyboards and say something to me along the lines of Donovan Mitchell, just a chucker. Donovan Mitchell doesn't include comments. Please stuff it. All right? Please just stuff it in your pockets. I don't want to hear it. All right? All right? Now, could the shooting percentage be better? Yes. Yes, it could. No one is arguing that. This has been an off year for Donovan 3-point shot wise. Like, look, let's go look. It's been a down year. There's just no arguing. It is a down year in almost every statistical category. Look, it's been a down year. Look, we're going up every single year. This year, we're on the down tick. Field goal percentage is actually up because remember in the first third of the year, Donovan was shooting 2-point shots at an electric rate. Donovan was electric to start the year. But look, the 3-point shot, 36, 36, 38, boom, 35. Sucks. Really sucks. Now, I would argue that there's probably some things that make that not quite as easy as last year. Mike Conley not being good this year has really affected everyone, including, I mean, honestly, like the fall off of Mike Conley really is probably the biggest story of the year for this team. He's been so bad. He's been so bad. And we were begging on this channel for a trade for anything. I mean, honestly, I was talking about Marcus Smart and what happened. Mike Conley can't hit a shot in the playoffs and Marcus Smart's the defensive player of the year. And they might have done that trade. I actually don't think they might have. I think from things I've listened to just in certain podcasts, I think the Celtics were like the beginning of the year ready to trade Marcus Smart. And then by trade deadline, they kind of were ready to just go with it because, you know, they have that defense and he's a big part of it. But man, oh man, would Marcus Smart make a lot of difference in this series? I tell you what. But anyways, I think that's all we're going to do tonight. I don't know if we need to go like super long. It's a depressing, frustrating loss for Jazz fans. And let's hope they come back in game 6 and win because it would be fun to do more shows this year. I would love to do another round. Could the Jazz like sneak their way into the Western Conference Finals if they can somehow win the next 2 games? For sure. Does it look very possible? Not really. We'll see though. You never know. You never know. The defensive intensity was pretty good tonight. It was pretty darn good. The shots were just not falling. So we shall see. Guys, it's been... Oh, I just can't tell you. It's been really, really rough. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. We have a new all-star. We have a new all-star, Zach Watts, baby. 4 days ago, Zach Watts. Oh, my gosh. Ezekiel Ricibe, $10 for 10% three-point percentage tonight. I've still got faith. Ezekiel, my man. Thank you, sir. All right, guys. It's time to give the nickname for Zach Watts. This is what he's earned. I need your help. What's up? That's what I thought too, DWCB. What's up, Zach Watts, baby? What's up? But I don't... What's up? I like it. That was my first thought too. Or is it what's going on? Zach. Is there anything with Zach? You remember... did anyone play... Remember the hoop game? Hoops for Nintendo? Let's see. Hoops from a Nintendo. Let's listen to this a little bit. While we talk about Zach Watts. You know why we're listening to this? Is this playing some stupid ad? Hoops NES. Okay, let's listen to that. Can you hear that? Let's put on the headphones so I can hear it too. Anyways, the point of this was that Zach Watts, or Zach reminds me of Zap. from Hoops. Remember Zap? Remember Zap? He was so dope. He could shoot threes and knock and like just killed it. Zap was like the original stretch four. Zap was like dope. Zap came out and hit shots. Zap was the man. There's Zap. Let's watch our man Zap right here. Got Zap Watts, baby. That's what I'm thinking. Zap Watts. Zap Watts. Just because I love Zap from Hoops. And that's what Zap's going to be. Gotta love that music. Who got their hoops? Who got their love of hoops from Hoops? Hoops, baby. Who else? Maybe this should be our new logo right here. Right up here. Should this be the new logo? Bomber and Zap go first. I just want to listen to that music. Zap Watts, baby. That's what we're doing. The original stretch four. The original shooter. The original man from downtown. Zap Watts, baby. I think that's what we're going to go with. I hope you're happy with it, Zap Watts. All right, let's do it. Zap. Let's do it. I'm just going to say Zap Watts, right? I got to remember it, though. If I forget the next video, please remind me. Please remind me. All right, let's give a shout out to Zap Watts. Total Game Domination TGD. Christian House Money to Haas. Tyson Price, The Price is Right. Baby Elliott Matson. X marks the spot for Zintis. Jordan the Goat Best Roll. Joshua Hansen, the Danish Destroyer. And one Anton Warren. Ezekiel Raisibe, the man for Down Under. JT Buckets Wardell. Austin R. Grant, Editor Extraordinaire. Eric C. The C stands for Champion. Donald Schooling all of us. DW to CB. Darren Williams to Carlos Boozer. Jorge Arizaga, mi amigo de abajo. Lee Christensen driving the lane. Patrick Akubo, the connoisseur. And Robert Hall of Fame, baby. What a night, guys. Shout out to Ezekiel Raisibe, the man from Down Under. He is absolutely dominant. Dominant with the donation, guys. What a rough night for Jazz fans, but we've had fun tonight. I've had fun. Whatever. If we have a Jazz tank next year, guys, it's going to be so fun. We are going to just absolutely stuff this channel with draft analysis and off-season acquisitions. We're going to find the best packages for these players so that we have Christmas in free agency and in the draft, and we get that star. His name is Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama Jamma. Ding dong. All right, guys, like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will talk to you next time.